Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another ramble. It is 2:30 p.m. on Friday, June 19th. This is a ramble for Thursday, June 18th. And I guess let's just kick things off. First thing, let me say thank you all for being patient and giving me a day to make this one. Not that I needed extra time. It just, last night I got kind of busy and I knew I wouldn't have time to make it. So I hope, to anyone that it mattered, I hope you saw the community post where I gave a little heads up. Because I know whatever day it was, I had to play catch up and make, I think 3 rambles I was behind. So I think in the future, if this happens again, which I'm pretty sure it might, which is totally fine, I'll just make a quick community post and let you all know. I hope that's okay. Okay, so, almost said last night after the ramble, but I guess it would have been, if not last night, the night before then. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm all out of sorts. Okay. I'm just gonna talk about yesterday. Typically I do the night, after I ramble, the day before that one. That doesn't make any sense when I say it out loud, but you all know what I mean. I don't quite remember what happened, so I'll just talk about what I did yesterday, after waking up and whatnot, because I remember, obviously. So I woke up around 10:30 in the morning, and then I laid in bed for a little bit, and I was out of bed and dressed by about 11. I had to find my pay stub because I got paid at Walmart yesterday, so I had to find that information for something. And after I did that, I was just watching YouTube for a little bit. Then I had breakfast around noon, and I went into work because I worked 1 to 5 yesterday. I always work 1 to 5, which you all know, I'm sure. And so I got there, and I was told to go to the service desk to find out where I would be stationed. Also, apologies if you hear the fan clicking, as always. I don't know, I'm hot all the time. And yes, I will apologize and say this every single time. Okay, so I was told, go to the service desk and check in to find out where I would go. So I got there, and so I was going to ask this lady who works at the service desk named Sharon, and she has been there since I started, and probably way longer. Yesterday also was my 4-year anniversary, so that's cool. So I was going to ask her where to go, but she was busy helping a customer. So another lady was up there. Her name is Shirley. Shirley trained me when I started at Walmart 4 years ago. And so I was off to the left side, and she's on the right side. And she looks over at me, and she says, "I can help you over here, ma'am." And I thought, she's not talking to me. Well, then she said, "I can help you." And then I looked over and saw she was actually talking to me. So, hey, misgendered correctly. That's exciting. So then I flipped. I have my vest on. So then I flipped over my name tag, and I walked over there. And she said, "Oh, you work here?" And I said, "Yes, I do. I need to find out where I need to go." I was told to just check in up here, and someone would tell me where to go. So, I was sent to grocery self-check, but before that, Shirley continued to ask what my name was, and was certain my name was Greg. Fun fact, my name is not Greg. In fact, I even have a name tag that says as much. So I went to the grocery self-check, and as soon as I got over there, a customer was like, "Hey, I need to run out to my car. Can you watch my cart?" So I said, "Yep." And I ended up watching his cart for 10 minutes. And sure enough, there comes the actual Greg. They are working down here with me. I'd never met Greg. I know Greg now. Greg is very nice. I enjoyed working with them for the 4 hours yesterday. So the guy whose cart I was watching, he never came back. Shocker to no one, because these people never come back. And after, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes or so, a gentleman came through and was asking if we had seen his phone, because he said he lost his phone And I said, okay, like, which register were you on? Where were you at? And he motioned to a collective of, like, 4 or 5 registers. And I thought, oh, this is great. He doesn't remember where he was. So we checked, couldn't find it. I was then sent over to GM to cover a 15-minute break by my boss. So I went and covered the 15-minute. And while I was over there covering, the guy who lost his phone comes over to that side, the GM side, and asked me, he's like, is my phone over here? And I said, sir, didn't you lose your phone on that end? And he said, yes. And I said, then why would it be over here? And then he all of a sudden just had a big cart full of groceries and said, I am a Spark driver. How am I supposed to do my job without my phone? Which, to those of you that don't know, a Spark driver is somebody who picks up and delivers groceries. Like, I believe it's like a Walmart-owned, like, thing. It may not be, but I'm pretty sure it is. And I, quite frankly, said, I'm not entirely sure how you're going to do your job without your phone. But, like, okay, I understand that it is a cashier's job, like, in my job with the self-checks. It is my job to help the customers with their problems, using the devices or, scanning their stuff. And it's my job to overview the area and make sure registers are maintained and cleaned and, everything looks neat and tidy. It's fair. Okay. And I also understand that, okay, if I happen to be checking one of the machines and I notice somebody, left their keys, left their phone, left their wallet, whatever, absolutely turn it in or hang on to it till they come back. However, I can't be everywhere at once, and if somebody happens to leave their phone or leaves their change, like their cash back in the register, or leaves their wallet or whatever, and it gets taken or stolen, I personally don't feel all that responsible, because this is kind of on you as well for letting go of it, letting it out of your sight, not being responsible enough to grab it when you're leaving, especially people who get cash back, like, yep, I need $40, $60, $80 cash back, comes out of the machine, and then they walk away. Like, okay, you yourself picked this, wanted this to happen, and somehow you still magically forgot. I don't know, it irks me, because then they get all up in my business, and they're very upset, and I understand being upset, but, like, then they go to my boss, or one of my managers, and then one of my managers come over, and they'll be like, you need to be more observant, you need to be, they don't say it like that, but, it's implied, and it's like, well, sure, yeah, but at the same time, the customer needs to be held to some level of accountability, I would feel. So I don't know if that guy ever found his phone, but after my 15 minutes down on GM, I was sent back to grocery for the entirety of the rest of my shift, aside from my 15-minute break, obviously. Also, at one point, when I went to start my break, I went and bought a beverage at one of the registers, and a customer came up behind me while I was counting out my money to make sure I could buy my drink, and was like, excuse me, are you working? And as I'm standing there with money spewed across the register, counting up my funds, I just kind of looked at him and was like, nope, no sir, no. I don't know, like, I told my parents, I'm like, I don't know, what about that scene made it look like I was available to assist? I don't know, customers are always like, I'm helping someone, and then I'll hear, excuse me, and I'll whip around, they'll be like, I need your help, they'll be like on the other side of the area, and I'll be like, I'll be right with you, I'm helping another person. People gotta learn some patience. Tell you what, but yeah, other than some not great customers, work wasn't too bad. It was really busy yesterday, though. Like, I don't understand why it was so busy. Like, it's not a holiday. Oh, also happy Juneteenth. I don't know what made me remember that, but probably because I said, I don't think it was a holiday yesterday, but it was just so busy. But yeah, then I came home, had some dinner. Me and my mom, we watched the new episode of Dr. Stone. I believe there's just one episode left, and then I helped her exercise. I went up, got changed after that, and my dad went outside, and my mom went to bed, and then I was on a Discord call with my friend for quite a few hours, which is why I wasn't able to make the ramble last night. So my apologies. And then I was getting ready to talk about stuff today, but that's for later tonight. I don't want to make you all not get a day here because I accidentally started talking about it now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. As always, if you liked what you're listening to, hit like, leave feedback in the comments below, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay up to date on things I post. And as always, don't forget, your support means the world to me. I love you all, and most importantly, I miss my bestie more than anyone else and anything else in the entire world, and I cannot wait until I get to talk to her again, hang out with her, and I don't know, it would be kind of fun, like, not if she was working at Walmart with me, but if she came in when I was on shift sometime, that would be fun. It's always fun when you see your friends at work, like, when I'm working, I don't know, it, like, brightens up the shift. That was really random, but I'm thinking about Walmart, so forgive me. Anyway, I will be back later tonight with today's actual ramble. Until then, bye!